That's the problem.co.uk.
Yeah, there's a campaign being set up. This VAT thing is funny. It's been a problem for the hospitality industry for as long as I've been in it, and it's always had various degrees of petitions and this, that, and the other. There's a lot of people and people who don't necessarily work in this industry, and there's other people in others. We know every other industry is struggling, and we're not trying to say we're any different to any other industry. We're all. I think the main
we
difference...
know our industry, so we talk about our industry.
Yeah.
So that's not to say that other sectors
but
are...
again, people in other industries are like commenting and saying, we have to pay 20%. What makes you so special type thing? And basically, those industries can claim a lot of their expenditure back, whereas there is very, very little we can claim back. I think there's a little bit on packaging, there's a little bit on alcohol, but pretty much everything else. And our two biggest expenses are wages and food costs, and food is zero rated. So we spend tens of thousands a year, whereas any other company would be spending tens of thousands a year. They'll be claiming 20% of that back, whereas we can't do that, and that's where our profit is being lost. We've never been able to carry it very well anyway, because the margins are so tight. But with the electric going up and the wages going up, and we're at our ceiling height now, so the only thing that really can move, and I don't think any of those prices are going to come down anytime soon, so the only thing that can move really is the VAT, and that's a problem that the government could fix quite quickly.
There's obviously the argument for the government of, if they dropped it, the campaign is to drop it from 20% to 10%. And if they dropped it, that's obviously huge. That's half of their VAT income. But...
That's just the hospitality sector.
Just from hospitality. Yeah. But the argument being 10% of something is better than 20% of nothing. And if they keep pushing these businesses out of business, then there'll be no VAT revenue to come in.
There's 3 hospitality businesses a day closing. So that all comes with a price tag of the staff they employ, the delivery drivers, the produce suppliers. That's having huge knock-on effects. So surely if if we were making more or any money, we would be able to give more hours. We've got hours to give to staff, whereas we're trying to cover as many hours as we can. So it's the more money we've got, the more we would spend. So
the more we would spend,
and
the
reinvest.
More our staff earn, the more they would spend.
And we've got nothing to reinvest into the business. We're desperate for some new equipment and this, that, and the other that we would absolutely do if we had a bit more of a cash flow. But at the moment, it is being completely sucked out of the business, and the only space I see there's any room for negotiation is the VAT.